Hi everybody, welcome back to Yoga Pants and Plants. We're at day 11, Abundant Awareness. Today's an opportunity to reflect on the awareness that we have from the 5 layers of the Koshas that we've learned about so far. Our body, our breath, our emotions, our wisdom, and the compassion that shines from the very center. Yoga Pants and Plants. 30 Days of Compassionate Yoga is an invitation to journey toward being in the present moment, an opportunity to emulate the way nature lives in the moment. Be like a plant. Don't worry how you look. Notice how you sense and respond, like the way a tree reaches for the sun or a source of water. Nourish yourself with movement and stillness. Allow compassion to flourish for a little bit of time every day. Day 11, Abundant Awareness. Find a comfortable seat in your chair or on the mat. Place your hands on your knees with the palms down. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, allow your hands to come toward your hip creases very slowly. As you breathe in again, invite the hands to move back toward the knees. Continue with this pattern of breathing in and out. At this point in your yoga growth, you have so many awareness tools available to you. You have your body, your breath, your emotions, your wisdom, and your very center, your compassion that shines through it all. When a thought arises, ask yourself, how does abundant awareness respond? Abundant awareness combines the koshas, the 5 layers, and what we know about the yamas: nonviolence, truthfulness, non-stealing, non-excess, and non-possessiveness. It's all a lot to think about, but know you are absorbing these concepts by spending 15 minutes a day in mindful somatic movement. Bring your hands to stillness and focus on the tip of your nose. Touch it with your finger to bring awareness to this part of the body. Pretend the nose is an invisible pencil and slowly draw a figure 8 on the wall in front of you. Draw it in one direction, pause for a breath, and then draw a figure 8 in the other direction. Then lift your head toward the ceiling. Slowly draw a figure 8 on the ceiling. Draw it in one direction, pause for a breath, and then draw a figure 8 in the other direction. Now bring your head back to the center and take 3 diaphragmatic breaths with your hands on your lower ribs. We will do a crocodile posture today to help us with somatic awareness. Turn toward the floor and come to a tabletop position. Each new position invites new abundant awareness. Allow natural movement in the position as you tap into your awareness. Move your body in the familiar movement of cat and cow. What is happening in this current moment with each of the koshas, the body, the breath, the emotions, the wisdom, and compassion? Do I feel my body? Do I notice my breath? Do I have an emotion now? What is my wisdom? Does my compassion still shine? Now come to a seat and watch the screen on how the crocodile and backlift will work. It makes sense to get a perspective of what is going on before you lay down and then try to see the screen from the crocodile position. So you can just watch for a minute. So a blanket is placed under our abdomen to give us space under our trunk. That way we're able to move our head. The crocodile position is where your hands are placed in front of you and your head is supported by the arms. This is a place to start to just feel the breath breathe the body. And then turn your head slowly one direction and allow the other arm to lay down, the opposite arm that's not bent to lay down by the side. Begin with a small movement of just lifting the elbow of the arm that is bent, lifting it up and setting it back down. Connecting your head and hand. The next step is to lift the elbow and shoulder, but instead of lifting them straight up, lift across the back at a diagonal toward the other hip, and then come back very slowly and then completely relax. You'll be doing that one more time when you do it. And then next is all about lifting the opposite leg and then letting it slowly rest down. The tendency when doing this is to do it too big, so this is just a tiny little gentle lift. There is a shortening between the opposite shoulder and the leg and a whole chain of muscles that release. So that's an example of what you'll be doing. You can go ahead and lay down on your belly and I'll guide you through it. Begin by placing your head on your arms. Your forehead is on your arms as they're folded in front of you. Gently lift your head and turn it to one side. Take the other arm that is not bent and lay it down by your side. Begin with the small movement of just lifting the elbow up and setting it back down. And then connect your head and hand. And then lift the head, elbow, and shoulder up, but lift it across toward the other hip. Come back down very slowly and completely relax. Do that one more time. So then focus on the leg that is by your arm that's long. So it's the opposite leg from the shoulder you're working with. And then as you lift your shoulders and arm across and diagonal, you can also lift that opposite leg and then let it slowly rest down. Like I said, the tendency is to go too big, so just gently lift the back and the opposite leg. You should feel a contraction between the shoulder and the opposite leg, and a whole bunch of muscles connected. When I did this exploration for the first time, I noticed that it was hard to lift my leg without recruiting assistance from the other leg. So just notice and make sure that you are only using the muscles and the glute of the leg that you are lifting. So go ahead and try that for 3 times. And when you're done, return to that crocodile position where you have your forehead on your bent arms. And then take your head and turn it to the opposite elbow, to the arm that had been along the side of the body before. Turn your head toward that elbow, and then allow the other arm, the one that had been bent in the elbow, allow that down alongside your body. And begin with a small movement of just lifting the elbow up and setting it back down. Connecting your head and your hand. And then lifting the elbow and the shoulder up. but instead of lifting straight up, lift across the back toward the other hip. Come back down very slowly and then completely relax. And then do that movement again one more time, lifting up and diagonal across to your hip. And now you're ready to involve that leg, that opposite leg, the one that is by your hand that is relaxed. So just gently lift the back and the opposite leg and notice the shortening and the tightening between the leg and the shoulder. And then bring it back down and do that 3 more times. When you're done, you can put your hands into the crocodile position and your forehead on your hands and breathe in a way that you completely expand your breath. Roll over to your back and integrate all the work you just did. Let your legs go long and notice how that feels. Allow your feet to spread out and your hands to rest at 45 degrees from the body. Today's concept is abundant awareness, and keep in mind that awareness needs cultivation. Without cultivation of awareness, we tend to go into autopilot. This relaxation exercise gives you an opportunity to cultivate awareness as you experience letting go of deeply held restrictions or tension in the body. Begin with your hair. I know that seems strange, but imagine tightening the part of the scalp where the hair comes out. I have to laugh because even my husband, who is bald, can do this. Then let go of that tightening. Then tighten your face. Now gently and easily soften the face. Now your neck. Tighten it and then release fully any restriction in the neck. Now your shoulders. Tighten the shoulders and release fully. Enjoy this moment of relaxation. Moving to the arms. Tighten the arms and the hands. Then gently let go of the tension found in these lovely limbs that are so helpful for your daily activities. Now focus on the torso. Tighten and relax this area of the body. Moving to the legs, tighten the legs and the feet. Then gently let go of the tension found in these limbs that are so beneficial for moving us from place to place. Give thanks to all parts of the body and your awareness that is able to tell when the muscles need to be tightened and need to be released. Without cultivating an awareness, it's possible that certain parts of the body are held in tension, which is the value of doing a body scan like we did in our last class. Stay in this space of relaxation until I invite you to end today's class. Gently wiggle the toes and fingers and roll to one side. Take a moment to notice your abundant awareness available to you at any time. Push yourself into a seated position. Bring your arms up over your head and guide your hands to the heart center. And namaste. Now, as you rise from your mat, don't forget to eat more plants. You will feel and move better. Follow us for tips at flowingyen.com.